Cleveland Browns fans, you won't believe this shocking twist. Before we dive into today's jaw-dropping update, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a moment of our daily Browns coverage. Hey, Dawg Pound, today's story is sending shockwaves through the NFL landscape, especially among those tracking the meteoric rise of young phenoms and the ever-evolving saga of our beloved Cleveland Browns. This season has already delivered plenty of anticipation, buzz, and unexpected twists. But what we're unpacking today, it's the kind of headline that stops you in your tracks. Shedeur Sanders, yes, that's Shedeur Sanders, the electrifying quarterback prospect whose name carries legacy and expectation. Son of the iconic Deion Primetime Sanders, Shedeur has become a household name before even taking a single NFL snap. With elite poise, raw talent, and a charismatic leadership style, he's drawn early comparisons to some of the greatest QBs of this generation. Scouts are watching, fans are speculating, analysts are buzzing. Where will Shedeur land? But here's the twist that's rocking the Browns community. Despite the national hype and sky-high potential, Cleveland appears to be passing on the young prodigy. According to recent insider reports and draft projections, the Browns aren't seriously considering bringing Shedeur into their system. You heard that right, the Browns may be out on Shedeur Sanders. Now, why would a franchise known for calculated talent acquisition and roster precision opt to bypass one of the most talked about quarterback prospects in the country? Let's break it down. Strategic fit over star power. The Browns have built their identity around a balanced formula, smash mouth defense, a dependable ground game, and a quarterback who executes within a defined strategic framework. While Shedeur is an elite athlete with a generational upside, some evaluators believe he's still developing key tools like rapid defensive reads, high-pressure decision-making, and consistency at a professional tempo. And in Cleveland, where expectations are high and roster construction is scrutinized to the bone, fit matters just as much as flash. Could it be that the Browns see Sanders as a project too raw for immediate deployment? Possibly. The front office may also be prioritizing other critical positions or looking for a different quarterback archetype that matches their short-term trajectory, scouting realities. Let's be clear, this isn't about lack of talent. It's about alignment. While Shedeur has dazzled in college, NFL readiness requires more than highlight reel throws. It demands system fluency, film study mastery, and a seamless transition into an unforgiving league. Cleveland scouts may have flagged certain mechanics, tendencies, or timing issues that simply don't sync with their scheme, at least not right now, but don't get it twisted. This isn't the end of Shedeur's story. Resilience is in his DNA. If there's one thing we know about Shedeur Sanders, it's that he doesn't fold under pressure. He thrives in it. Every setback has only sharpened his focus and fueled his fire. He's proven doubters wrong, elevated his game year after year, and carries himself with the kind of unshakable belief that legends are made of. And let's not forget, he's not walking this journey alone. With his father, Deion, blazing a trail both as a mentor and as a force in college football, Shedeur's path is anything but typical. Every move he makes is watched, critiqued, and amplified. And still, he rises. What comes next? While Cleveland may not be his destination, you can bet other NFL franchises are circling. Whether it's a team looking to rebuild around youth or a contender ready to mold the next big star, Shedeur's phone will be ringing. It's natural to feel intrigued, maybe even disappointed. We crave greatness, we celebrate potential. But in a league as volatile as the NFL, sometimes the right fit matters more than the biggest name. This is just the beginning. The shocking truth about Shedeur Sanders, the Cleveland Browns. What comes next? When the initial buzz around Shedeur Sanders hit the airwaves, it was easy to envision the explosive potential he could bring to the Cleveland Browns, especially with the ongoing search for a true franchise quarterback. But football is a marathon, not a sprint. And in this league, a no today could easily evolve into a yes tomorrow. The Browns have a storied legacy of making calculated, high-stakes moves, always with the goal of assembling a roster capable of chasing championships. So while recent reports suggest the organization isn't currently pursuing Sanders, that doesn't mean the door is forever shut. This league is built on redemption stories. The NFL is packed with narratives about players who were initially overlooked, only to defy the odds and etch their names into league history. Think Russell Wilson, passed up in the early rounds, or Dak Prescott, who had to wait his turn before emerging as a franchise cornerstone. Shedeur Sanders, with his elite pedigree, relentless work ethic, and the guidance of his Hall of Fame father, has all the ingredients to turn rejection into rocket fuel. He's still young, still developing, and still capable of commanding the spotlight on Sundays. A closer look at Sanders' game. Sanders is known for his laser-sharp arm, athletic mobility, and elevated football IQ. He's a natural field general, stepping up in clutch situations, making confident throws under pressure, and extending plays with his legs. In NFL trending more and more toward dynamic dual-threat quarterbacks, Sanders is tailor-made for the modern game. Does he fit Cleveland's blueprint? Under the current coaching staff, the Browns have displayed a willingness to innovate, investing heavily in evolving offensive systems and bringing in minds known for molding young quarterbacks. So while Shed might not be part of the immediate blueprint, the organizational culture clearly values upside and developmental potential. In today's NFL, timing is everything. The right fit, the right mentor, the right window, those factors often determine success more than raw talent alone. Looking ahead to the draft and beyond the upcoming draft is pivotal. With ample draft capital and cap flexibility, the Browns have the tools to pursue a veteran QB to bridge the gap or take a calculated risk on a different prospect altogether. But the Shedger Sanders story, it's still one of the most compelling arcs of this offseason. The question now, will a franchise take the leap of faith? Will Sanders become the league's next great comeback story? A testament to grit, growth, and undeniable talent. To the fans of Shedger Sanders, keep your hopes alive. This is merely the prologue of his NFL journey. Every setback is setting the stage for a powerful comeback. He's already accomplished so much at a young age, and if history is any indication, players with his kind of drive often find the perfect opportunity when the timing is right. To Browns Nation, stay hopeful, stay grounded. This front office has proven time and again that it will do what's best for the long-term health of the franchise, even if it means waiting on the right fit or letting a future star develop elsewhere. Unpredictable, thrilling, and constantly in motion. Now it's your turn. What's your perspective on the Shedger Sanders situation? Did the Browns make the right call by passing for now? Or do you believe there's still a window for him to eventually land in Cleveland? Sound off in the comments with your predictions, takes, and insights. Your voice matters, not just here, but within the larger Browns community. As always, thanks for joining me today. We'll continue tracking the story as it develops with more updates, behind-the-scenes analysis, and exclusive Browns content coming your way. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and stay locked in. Until next time, stay passionate, stay resilient, and keep believing in the orange and brown. This is the NFL, where every day brings new hope, new headlines, and new reasons to believe in the Cleveland Browns. Cleveland Browns fans, this changes everything. What just unfolded in Browns Nation has the entire NFL talking. You won't believe what's developing behind the scenes. But before we break it all down, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you never miss a single update, especially during this critical offseason. Browns fans, sit down for this one. What I'm about to share could redefine the trajectory of the Cleveland Browns franchise. This isn't just noise. It's a potential blockbuster development that could send shockwaves throughout the league. The buzz, a stunning quarterback shakeup. All eyes are now on Deshaun Watson. That's right. Reports are swirling that the Browns are actively considering trading their franchise quarterback. And this isn't some fringe rumor. It's gaining traction among insiders, analysts, and NFL execs across the board. Let's rewind for a moment. When the Browns acquired Watson, it was seen as a bold win-now move, a calculated risk to bring in a quarterback with elite arm strength, mobility, and high-level decision-making. Despite the off-field controversies, Watson's raw talent was undeniable. He was viewed as the missing piece to elevate Cleveland into Super Bowl contention last season. Amid distractions and adversity, he still flashed brilliance. He showcased moments of vintage dominance, threading tight throws, making plays on the run, and keeping drives alive with his athleticism. With his prime years still ahead, many believe 2025 would be his breakout year in orange and brown. But now, a twist. Sources say the Browns are exploring a trade according to emerging reports. Cleveland's front office may be preparing to move on from Watson, and while this may shock some fans, the reasoning is layered. It could stem from a mix of financial maneuvering, long-term roster flexibility, and a desire to reshape the QB position with a better schematic fit. This potential move would be one of the most consequential in recent Browns history, not just because of Watson's contract, but because of what his departure would symbolize, a radical pivot in vision. What would Cleveland get in return? Speculation points to multiple draft picks, young, high-upside players, or even a veteran QB to bridge the gap. The Browns are sitting on enough draft capital and cap space to make strategic moves if they believe it elevates their playoff hopes or resets the foundation for the next decade. Who takes over at QB? Internally, the Browns have Dorian Thompson-Robinson and PJ Walker, but neither is viewed as a long-term solution. If Watson is dealt, Cleveland may pursue a veteran starter or target a top QB prospect in the draft. Names like J.J. McCarthy, Michael Penix Jr., or even a surprise sleeper could enter the conversation. But let's not finding a QB at Watson's level is not easy. He's a rare blend of arm talent and athleticism. His exit would leave massive shoes to fill. This could reshape the entire NFL landscape. Watson's potential trade wouldn't just affect Cleveland. It could cause a domino effect across the league. Contenders with aging quarterbacks, teams stuck in QB limbo, and even rebuilding squads could leap at the chance to land him. And depending on where he lands, it could shift divisional power structures and playoff projections overnight. For Houston, his former team, the impact is emotional but indirect. But for Cleveland, the implications are seismic. All eyes on the draft, with the NFL draft rapidly approaching. The timing of this rumor is no coincidence. If a deal is in the works, the Browns could be positioning themselves to strike big, either by moving up in the draft or by creating cap flexibility to target key free agents. What does it mean for the Browns' future? This is about more than one player. It's about long-term vision. The front office has made bold moves before, trading up for Baker Mayfield, signing high-priced free agents, rebuilding both lines. If they move Watson, they're betting that the next chapter will be even stronger, built on youth chemistry and culture. Fan reaction is divided. Some fans see Watson as the key to a Super Bowl window. Others view this as an opportunity to reset and get younger, faster, and more dynamic. Social media is ablaze with hot takes, from outrage to optimism. And that's what makes this moment so electric. The bottom line, this isn't just a rumor, it's a potential turning point. Whether Watson stays or goes, one thing's for sure, changes in the air in Cleveland. And Browns Nation is bracing for what comes next. Now, it's your turn. Do you think trading Deshaun Watson is the right move? Would it be a mistake or a masterstroke? Drop your takes in the comments below. We'll be reading, everyone. Make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, and stay locked in with us. Ewan, source for breaking Browns updates, inside reports, and expert analysis. This is the NFL, and anything can happen. What's next for the Cleveland Browns? The Watson question intensifies the debate among Browns fans is heating up. Some argue Deshaun Watson still deserves the team's trust, especially if he can stay healthy and locked in, while others believe Cleveland should focus on developing a more unified and well-rounded roster around its current core. A look back at last season, Cleveland wrapped up last year with a solid record and showcased remarkable grit, especially on the defensive side of the ball. Statistically, the Browns' defense ranked among the NFL's elite, anchored by all-pro talent like Myles Garrett, Denzel Ward, and a tenacious linebacker group. They were the heartbeat of the team, consistently dominating at the line of scrimmage and disrupting opposing offenses. Offensively, though, it was a different story. The unit struggled with consistency and lacked the explosiveness expected of a playoff-caliber team. Watson was brought in to change that, to be the difference maker who could elevate the offense to elite status. And while he showed flashes of brilliance, the offense as a whole failed to reach its full potential. The offensive line, led by Jack Conklin and Joel Bitonio, remains one of the league's most reliable. And with weapons like Nick Chubb and Amari Cooper, Cleveland boasts one of the most dynamic skill position groups in the AFC. But for this unit to truly level up, they need more than a game manager at quarterback. They need a field general, a playmaker, a leader who can change the game with both his arm and his instincts. The Browns' unique position right now, Cleveland finds itself at a crossroads. This is a team with a formidable roster, a diehard fan base, and a front office unafraid to take risks. If they pull the trigger on a Watson trade, it would send a bold message that they are fully committed to a new vision and confident in the foundation they've built. Conversely, choosing to retain Watson signals an unwavering belief in his potential and a commitment to building around his talent. But either way, the decision speaks volumes about the Browns' internal strategy and long-term ambitions. Watson's future, stay or go, the speculation continues. Will Watson remain in Cleveland, or will he be dealt to a new franchise? If he's traded, the spotlight shifts immediately to how he adapts new teammates, a new system, a new city. And if he stays, all eyes will be on whether he can evolve into the cornerstone the Browns believe they were getting. Who's next under center? Should Watson leave, the quarterback position becomes the biggest question mark in Cleveland. With Dorian Thompson-Robinson and P.J. Walker on the roster, the Browns will either need to pursue a veteran quarterback or explore the NFL draft for their next signal caller. But none of the available options bring the immediate star power or experience that Watson offers, which is exactly why this rumor feels so seismic. A league-wide impact, Watson's potential departure wouldn't just shake Cleveland. It could create ripple effects throughout the NFL. Contending teams might restructure rosters to make a move, while others in rebuilding phases may see a golden opportunity. A blockbuster trade could also net Cleveland valuable draft picks or promising young talent, helping to reshape their trajectory. A franchise steeped in resilience, the Browns have weathered decades of highs and lows. From their iconic 1980s squads to struggles and rebuilds of recent decades, Cleveland's history is etched with perseverance and unwavering support from one of the league's most passionate fan bases. If this trade goes down, it will be remembered as a pivotal chapter, one that either propels the Browns into a new era of success or forces them to once again recalibrate their long-term vision. So, what happens now? We're all waiting for official confirmation. Will the Browns finalize a deal to trade Deshaun Watson? If so, what kind of compensation can they expect, and how will it affect their playoff hopes? Or will they double down on their original investment and continue building around him? These questions dominate the minds of Browns fans everywhere. And while speculation swirls, one thing remains certain: Cleveland's next move could define the franchise for years to come. Thank you guys. See you next video.